Alright. Hey YouTubers, today I'm going to install a Polaris door for 2015 S900 Razor. It's the stock door that comes for the Razor and should fit pretty good once you get it on there. First thing I did was take off the skin, and you're going to need a T25 Torx bit to take that off with. But once that's off, you go ahead and you take your bottom half of the door, just like this, and you slip it into these slots here. You have these little slots. Go right in. See how it just hangs? Just like that. And then there's also a bracket that comes with this door that needs to be fitted to the frame as well. So let me zoom in on it so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. See that? That's how that goes. And then those two holes get lined up with the other holes right above it. You see that? And then that's how that gets slid into the frame of the door, just like that. It's not a really difficult setup, but for anyone who doesn't want to look at instructions and just wants to put the door on, this video might serve your purpose. Because I hate instructions, man. I just want to do the job. A lot of times I just try to use common sense, but sometimes I have to look at instructions. I may even have to look at these. I don't know yet. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and hand screw these in. You don't want to use your driver until you know that these are in properly. Otherwise you can strip it. And as soon as it goes in, we're good. And this side here. And then this bracket actually gets the same type of screw, but also a nylon nut for the opposite side, just like this. Just put that on like so. Just like that. Just gonna close it for a second and check it out. Alright. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and screw these in. This is a T40. These nuts all take a size T40 bit. Stands for Torx. I think some people call it a star bit, but I'm just going to snug it. I may have to loosen it again, I don't know yet. This one I don't. This one I can go tie it on. Okay. So this nut actually gets a 13mm open end wrench. You don't want to over tighten it. I mean, they do have torque ratings in here for it, but honestly, you don't need it. Just use common sense and get it nice and snug. A little bit past snug. Kind of like an oil filter, you know, you turn it and then you go another quarter turn just to make sure the gasket seals. Alright, before you put the skin on, just make sure to see how it closes and covers. See, like this is really low here. Let me see. You may actually have to loosen these bolts here and bring it up a little bit. And also, I think, yeah, so yeah, seems a little weird that it's not, it's a little too low even for adjustment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and loosen these two bolts here and see if I could tilt it up a tad. I was thinking that maybe the frame itself would have a slider that you could slide it up a little bit, but I don't think that's the case with this. So let's go ahead and do that. That looks like a pretty big torque side. I don't think that'll fit actually. Oh, yeah, same size. It will deceive you. See how that went down like that? I'm guessing once we lift it up, it'll fit. There we go. What I would well, the door has a seal under it, so it really kind of holds tight underneath that frame. So I would suggest see that? See if you can see that okay. Yeah, okay. Now this is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm kind of, this is trial and error for me right now, to be honest. So I mean, if you know a better way to do it, then by all means do it that way, but this seems to be the only way I can do it right now. So what I would suggest is, it is a little hard to push in though, to get it locked, because of this bottom door. It's not as easy to push it in like it. So what I would do is I would close the door, make sure your seal is nice and flush all the way around. Now, see, like beneath here it's not. So let's lift it up. Adjust that. Nice and perfect. Okay. Alright. There everything's on there good. Then I would tighten it in. I would retighten it from the inside. And hopefully that'll solve our problem. It does have a little play up here. This cotter pin seems to, but I think overall it's sticking out a little bit here. Got a little bit of a gap down there. I'm going to try taking it loose again here. This kind of moves right in there, doesn't it? I'm going to do the bottom too and see what we get. That's probably what my mistake was, is it didn't, and it fits good like that. Oh, that's pretty good. But because that seal is on this door, it's sort of pushing the door out. So it's making it harder for this to close smoothly like it did before it had the bottom half on. So just kind of adjust it a little bit. I'm going to unloosen that bottom bolt just a tad bit more. So get all that, there we go. Get all that play out of it. That's really what you got to do, is undo all these bolts. See how it moves into position. Okay, so hopefully, I mean, after doing this, still a little gap there. Lift it up. So I'm just lifting it up right now, and I'm just kind of resting it and pushing it in here. Well, you think for being the door made for this make and model that it would fit a little better than that, but let's go ahead and tighten. I'm going to tighten the screws. I would open the door and do it, but I think it's better that I do it this way. So try tightening the screws in a crisscross pattern. So do the bottom corner, then the top corner, and then this side, this corner, and then down here. Kind of like you would, how you might tighten the lugs on a wheel for a car. So,